Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Naomi and thanks so much for clicking to watch another video. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I do Marley Twist over my locks. This will be my first time doing this, so I don't have any experience in doing this, but I'm just going to treat it like it's my loose natural hair and we're just going to go from there. So if you're interested in seeing how that works out, then go ahead and keep on watching. Also, if my voice sounds a little deep, I literally just woke up not too long ago, hopped in the shower and brushed my teeth, and here I am. So it's like 8:30 in the morning, almost 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's a Saturday, so yeah, I should be sleeping in, but I was like, let me just go ahead and get my hair done, over with, so I can get along with my day. So here we are. So first I'm gonna show you guys the type of hair that I'm using for the Marley, or yeah, I guess I want to call it Marley Twist. But it's this hair right here, and it's the Cuban twist. And I'll take it out of the pack so you guys can actually see how the texture looks, but I have 2 packs of this. I do have 67 locks, so I plan on doing that amount of twist in my head today. Alrighty, so I did take the hair out of the bag, and this is how the hair looks. It is pretty dry. I think this is a 1B, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is color 1B. So it is pretty dry once you kind of like take it out of the pack. And of course it comes tied like that, and then the ends are like that. So this is the kind of hair that I use. I might use either, I think usually I use like 1 or 2 pieces of hair for each braid or each twist. So I'll try that today and see how it looks. But I'm also going to show you guys how I prep the hair. So since this is dry, I do want to put a little moisture on this hair. I'm not going to go crazy, but I'm just going to use my spray bottle that has oil and water in it just to spray the hair, so that when I put this hair over my locks, it's not as drying, if that makes sense. Okay, so like I said, the hair is pretty drying. So what I usually do to moisturize the hair a little bit is I put them on this hanger. So I put all the strips or the pieces of hair from that bundle on this hanger, just like that. And then, like I said, I'm just gonna take my spray bottle that has oil and water in it, and then I'm just gonna mist it over the hair, just like that. And it's just, like I said, it gets it a little damp to provide just a little bit of moisture in it. And then after I put these in my head, I'll also like use the dipping method with like hot water just to release the hair a little bit more. This is what I work off of when I start my hair. So I usually just like hang this up on my door or something like that, and then I'll just grab a piece and go. Before I start, I do want to show you guys my hair. Like I said, I just woke up, so this is my hair coming out of my bonnet, and this is what we're working with. Right now it's a little dry, so I am gonna spray my hair with some rose water, and then I'm gonna just put some oil on it as well, just to give my hair some moisture underneath the style. So you guys can see what I'm working with. Look at these roots, child. Ooh, baby. This will be, I think in October, like October 1st, it'll be 2 months since I've retwisted my hair. So, you know, we just thugging it out over here. So that's how I'm looking. So I am going to go ahead and spray my hair with rose water and then put some oil on it. Okay, so now that my hair is moisturized, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my hair. I am gonna do like the back portion of my hair first, and then I'm gonna come back when I get towards the front of my head, just because it's easier for me to show you guys what I'm doing. So I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I am back with the majority of my hair done already. I'm gonna show you guys how the back of my hair looks. I did that, and hopefully you guys, let me go a little bit further. It's long, it's about this long. Like I said, it's already been sprayed with my oil and water mixture. So I'm just gonna grab that piece of hair, and I'm grabbing it right in the middle. That's how it looks, just like that. So I'm grabbing it in the middle, and then I'm gonna start off with doing just a regular braid. So like if you a box braid your hair, that's what I'm gonna start doing. And I do that twice, so hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not really the best at explaining, so I'm just gonna show you, but I'm grabbing, make sure you guys can see. So I'm grabbing the hair with these fingers, my actual hair with these fingers, and then I'm wrapping the fake hair around it. And I'm just grabbing it on this end, twisting it, and then that's how I start my braid. So then I'm just gonna twist that over. And then I'll do this probably like 2 times, just for that lock to end up back over here. So I'm just gonna braid again and then again. So as I'm twisting this here, I want the lock on this side again. So all of this is braided, and I'm not doing this too tight. If you guys can see, I'm leaving a little bit of room for my root, so I'm not going like right here. I'm leaving just a little bit of room just so it won't pull as much. But now that I have the lock in this hand, I'm just gonna barely wrap this hair around my lock. So I picked this hair because it mimics my actual hair texture. So if you guys can see, you can't really tell the difference, honestly, which is key because I'm not the best person at like tucking your hair, trying to hide the hair. So if it shows, I really don't care because my hair looks so much similar to the actual braiding hair or twisting hair. So I am just going to wrap the Marley hair around my lock just like that to conceal it. So I'm just concealing it just like that. And then I'm going to start my twist. So once that's kind of concealed over here, I'm just gonna twist around like that. And then I'm getting towards the bottom. So here's my actual hair sticking out right here. I'm just gonna make sure I tuck the bottom or the end part of my hair. And then I'm just gonna continue to twist all the way down, just so you can see, just in case I feel like it's popping out a little bit, I'm just gonna continue to conceal the hair and then keep twisting. And then after I've passed my hair, then I can just continue twisting, just twist like you normally would. And I'm just gonna twist all the way down to the end, and then I'll show you guys what I do when I get closer to the end of the hair. All right, now I am almost at the end of the hair, and if you can see, they look like, the ends look like that. So they're kind of tapered. So I am going to just grab a brush, just any old brush, and I'm just going to brush, and I'm being careful to hold it so I'm not yanking my hair, but I'm just gonna grab the brush and just brush through the ends of the hair just so it becomes loose. So I'm basically brushing the ends of the hair loose. So it should look something like that. And then that way, I feel like this gives me a more natural tapered finish than if I were to just leave them by themselves. So if you can see the end of another piece of hair, it looks like it gets smaller. So as I'm getting towards the end of the hair, what I'm gonna do is when I can't twist anymore, I'm just gonna take the end of the hair and just roll it back and forth in my hair, or in my hands. I'm just gonna roll it back and forth in my hands, just like that. And what I do with that is, since this hair is so kinky, it's so easily able to tangle, if that makes sense. So since it's so easily able to tangle, just this will seal it just like that. And then there's the end, and we got one done. So like I said, this is pretty long hair. So that one is done. And then I do not mind the braid pattern showing up right here. I don't really care about that. I'm not particular about that. But if you are, you can start twisting like right off the bat. I just feel like braids holds the hair more secure so it won't start sliding out. Because I know my hair, I feel like it'll start sliding out of the twist. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. I'm going to show you guys again with this one right over here. So again, I'm just kind of separating it like that. And then I'm going to grab my hair and start my braid. So I'm gonna get up close again so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Guys, so here is the final look after all of them have been twisted. I am happy with how this turned out. I think it's so cute. I would say that it took me a shorter amount of time since my hair was already parted, which was super helpful. So since my hair was already parted, I probably took about, I was taking breaks, like I said, I had to get something to eat because I was hungry, but it took me about, I would say like 4 hours to do my entire head. And that's not bad. Like normally this style wouldn't take me that long anyway. I mean, it would take me about 4 hours as well. So yeah, I would say this took me about 3.5, 4 hours. Let me show you guys the kind of the side of the hair, so you guys can see how everything is parted. And then here is the back. Looks very full. I'll back up just a little bit so you guys can see. It's not empty or anything like that. It looks very full. And then here is the other side of my hair. Just a couple of parts, so you guys can see that as well. Like I said, I will keep this in for about 2 weeks, no more than like 2.5 weeks, just because I don't want to keep it in my hair that long, because I know my hair is going to be dry underneath when I take these out. So I'm not trying to keep it in there for a long amount of time. But yeah, this is how the style is looking like. If you guys end up trying this, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear how it went for you. Other than that, that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching another video, and I'll see you guys next time.